Hey friends, it's post-election, the day after the elections, and it looks like, as of now, not only are people happy to retain the right to kill babies and to trans children, but also they're enjoying high cost of gas and high cost of living. Yeah, there was no red wave. If anything, it was a red trickle or a red mirage. But this is where we are now. So in the coming days, as the results come closed and we begin to understand what our Congress and governorship is going to look like, I'll talk more about why I think we are where we are. But for now, I just want to come with some encouragement and some hope for those of us who, like me, are disappointed in the election results. What we want to remember is, first of all, this world, for those of us who are Christians, those of us who trust in Christ, this world is not our home. And though we live in it, though we fight for what we believe is right, at the end of the day, our hope is not here. Our hope is in heaven with Christ. Colossians 3 says not to concentrate on what is here below, but keep your minds above, for you died and your life is with Christ and with God in heaven. So our hope is in Christ and in heaven, not in worldly elections and earthly governments. So this is not where our hope is. It's okay to be disappointed, but at the end of the day, we have eternal salvation in Christ to look forward to. If your hope is here, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, a lot of things are gonna change over time, and it certainly looks like the worldview of the American people is shifting away from a biblical worldview and shifting toward a worldly, sort of a self-involved worldview. But again, our hope is not in this world. Our hope is in Christ. And so look at the early church, right? In James 1, it talks about count it all joy when you encounter trials of various kinds, for it builds endurance or perseverance. And 1 Peter 4 talks about don't be surprised at trials. And Philippians 4, Paul writes to rejoice in the Lord always. And he wrote that from a jail cell. Peter wrote to a persecuted church who were scattered all over the known world because they were fleeing persecution and death. So the early Christians face a lot worse persecution than we do, and they learned how to rejoice and hope in God despite those persecutions. So certainly here we can do the same. Even it's nowhere near as bad as it was then. We're not being killed for our beliefs. We still have the freedom of expression, freedom to speak freely about what we believe and about truth and about God and goodness. We also, have the right to vote still. Those things may slowly be ebbing away, but right now we still have those rights. And so we can continue to fight, we can continue to speak out, and try and change the culture and swing it back toward obedience to Christ. But at the end of the day, Christ is king. God is still sovereign. He is allowing this to happen. He's allowing the elections to go the way they're going. He's allowing the American people to make their decisions, and to decide towards sin and radical selfishness and narcissism, and to use their freedoms in that way. And we will see the fruit of it. But again, don't be discouraged, be encouraged. God is still king, he's in control, and it's not over yet. We can still fight for our right to serve God, and for our take a stand for truth, and protect the innocent. And so we should be encouraged that God is in control. We should be encouraged that that we can find joy in our eternal salvation apart from this world. And we should be encouraged that it's not over even here yet, that there is always hope. Keep fighting, keep believing, keep praying, keep trusting in Christ, and keep speaking out and standing up for the rights of unborn children, the right for children to be protected against dangerous ideology and dangerous surgeries and medications, the right to be financially responsible, and the right to speak the truth. So I hope this was encouraging for you. Again, this may be a worldly defeat, but don't look at this as a long-term defeat. Look at this as God is going to show people the fruit of their ways, and they may continue down this path. They may not. We may be able to sway them, but either way, we stay true, stay faithful to God, and God will bless us regardless in this life or the next. Hope this was encouraging. Thanks for listening.